Amy Kucharik, how are you?
Hey Ben, I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. It's a new year and we got new ukulele stuff to play around with. And we're excited. This is going to be your first time coming to East Lansing, Michigan for Mighty Uke Day.
That's correct. Yes,
That's
I'm very
awesome.
excited.
It's pretty cool. This is our 16th year, and Mighty Uke Days it works as a fundraiser for Music as a Foundation, which helps support all these music programs in libraries and schools and senior centers and that. So it's a lot of fun, and it's all for a really good cause, and we're glad you're part of it. So
That's great. I'm glad I'm
yeah,
part of it too.
I think it's going to be cool. So 2025, how did that go for you? We loved having you at Midwest Youth Camp.
Yes, it's kind of a loaded question, but I'll stick to the positives.
There you go.
Second half of the year, I did a ton of touring and uke fests, and I think the first one that kicked it off was the uke and harmonica camp
Okay.
with you, and that was absolutely a blast. Met some great people, got to hang out with one of my uke heroes, Victoria
Oh
Vox,
yeah.
and now I have several more new uke heroes from that.
Well, and they probably have another uke hero in you too.
And let's see. And then I was in the Midwest. Actually, just visited my family, so not a uke fest.
Yeah.
Because my mom turned 80 in
Wow.
this year, so yeah, or last year. So we had a party for her.
Awesome.
But I came back. I flew to Durango for the Rocky Mountain Uke Fest and got to hang out with another one of my big heroes, who's Stu Fuchs.
Yeah.
He was fabulous, and then came back. And what else did I do? I was in the T-Bug cruise, Tampa Bay ukulele getaway.
Yeah. I've heard
So
so much about that. That
my
sounds pretty
first
cool.
cruise.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, and now this year you're going to be at Mighty Uke Day, which is your first time at Mighty Uke Day. And actually the first timers, you and Viggy and Daniel Ho are all first timers.
Oh,
And
very
Neil's
cool.
Neil's been here a couple times.
I am stoked about that teaching or teaching artist staff, by the way. Like you just picked a lot of my favorites right there.
Good. Good. Well, like I said, they're all I don't know, they're all going to have a new favorite with you too. But you sent me a really great list of workshops, and one I was particularly interested in, which we keep getting more and more call for, is the baritone ukulele workshop. And that one's on the schedule for sure. What exactly do you cover in a baritone workshop?
So the workshop I originally envisioned had been written up as a crossover between GCEA and baritone, and I taught that one at the Midwest Uke and Harmonica Camp last year, and I was very grateful that only baritone players came
Yeah.
because there was so much to work on with the baritone players. The first thing that I found interesting is, to me, my brain is still sort of calibrated in GCEA tuning, and I'm getting better at calling the chords by their real names when I'm
Right, right.
playing baritone, but there's still like a little layer of translation that's happening for me. So it made it go a little slower. But basically, what the workshop that one was on a chord melody arrangement I did of La Vie en Rose,
Yeah.
because it turns out that the nice position to play that one and have the melody just fall out with easy first position type chords is not a good one for my vocal range on GCEA. So that would have been in this key of C. So I
Right.
just moved it over to the baritone and it drops it down to
Be
the
a
key of
G.
G.
Yeah.
And it was, oh, this is like my perfect vocal key. So that's what inspired it. But now I've started doing much more with baritone and just, I find it, it's a really interesting instrument because, of course, if you play other ukuleles, you can play baritone. It's just that translation between what the chords are actually
Wrapping
called.
your head around it. Yeah.
But also it opens up a lot of things that, like, if you listen to something a guitar player does, you can suddenly like figure out in the key that they're actually playing it, because it's like, oh, actually these four strings are the same as the ones on the guitar.
Right, right.
Anyway, so we can do La Vie en Rose, or I could do a different song. Happy to do anything baritone
That'd be great.
related.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found, because I've been playing more baritone myself, and I found it just like you did to be the instant key transposer, and you can keep the same fingering like you learned it on the GCEA ukulele. It's like, I really like the way the chord shapes change, but I'm singing like this, or I'm singing like this, and then you throw it on the baritone. It's like, oh, this is just right. So, but still in your mind, I've even written cheat sheets where I just actually wrote the chord down in the GCE fingering, but it was in a different key just so I could remember. But now the more you do it, the better you get at it.
We're in the same boat then.
Okay,
Exactly.
Good. So that'll be cool. And what other classes have been your favorite? A couple other classes.
So I almost always teach some sort of blues related workshop, because that's really the thing that, I don't know, inspired me to start being a songwriter. Was I started going to blues jams, and I have a blues band here, Tiger Moan, that plays a residency once a month here in Somerville, Massachusetts. So I do a lot of blues stuff, and that, it can be so many different levels. You can start with just, here's a 12-bar blues, or you can do a little embellishments. And I've done that sort of workshop a bunch of times. We did that on the cruise, and it was great. And I've also done like a Women of Blues workshop where we focus on songs that were written by, the women songwriters.
Yeah. Big Mama Thornton, whoever,
But yeah, and I've been really into chord melody lately. That's I've been exploring the world of chord melody with one of my students who is 9 years old, and she's become a beast. She can play stuff. Yeah, she just.
Hold on, my lights just went out. There we go.
Oh, okay.
This is live, folks.
But otherwise, I do, I'm really interested in jazz chord voicings and songwriting, of course. And there was another thing that just flitted through my brain. Oh, yes, arranging for uke groups, like where you have multiple people playing maybe slightly different parts at the same time.
Right, and at different levels. And
yeah.
That's
so we
cool.
can do any of those and more.
Okay.
It's an ever.
We'll have you here for a week, it sounds like. But, that'd be great. What I do as a, festival organizer is you send me yours, Daniel sends me his, Viggy sends me hers, Neil sends, and then it's like, God, these are all so good. But you have, you can't play them all. So you have to sort them out and figure out what fits together and try to cover as many different bases as you can and levels. So I'm looking for it. The first couple times I did it just drove me nuts. And after a while, you kind of go, okay. The more you do it, the more you know how to organize it. So
I felt like you did a fantastic job with the camp last year, though, and I don't know if it was just coincidence or if it was by design, but I was in the same. I think I was in the same room following Michael August or the Reverend
Robert Jones.
And one thing dovetailed into the next, because Robert Jones knows a lot of blues, and he just touched on all these things from these blues women that I've been studying.
Right,
I was like, I'm a student of this. He is a master.
Yeah, right. This. Yeah, he is the blues.
And then Michael August does all this blues finger picking kind of cool stuff, and it was just like I learned things that went right along with what I was going to teach. And so everything just sort of played really well together.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was teaching.
Well, you asked if it was coincidence or on purpose. It was definitely on purpose.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll go with that. No, but that is what you try to. That is what you try to do when you're putting these together. And you know, you said a very important thing. As a teacher, you're always learning yourself. You know, you're learning from your students. You're seeing what works or what gives them that glazed eyes, you know, glazed over look. And then at a festival like Mighty Uke Day, you have the opportunity to sit in and see what some other teachers are doing too. Mm-hmm. You know, you never stop learning, whether you're a student sitting in the classroom or you're the teacher in the classroom.
The harmonica workshops were great too. I got to go to one of those, and
Cool.
I play harmonica, but you know the joke is I blow and I suck.
Yeah. So cool. Well, we're looking forward to having you at Mighty Uke Day, and I'm going to be getting the schedule out to everybody. I'm going to be proactive. Hope to have it together by the beginning of February, so people can start looking at it. And I guess we will see you in East Lansing on Mother's Day weekend, May 8th through 10th.
So cool. All right. Cool. I can't wait.
All right, Amy. We'll see you in a few months. It'll be here before you know it.
I know. All right. See you then.
All right. Bye-bye.